Hey guys, Flying Moose here. I am back. Welcome to the third episode of Life in the Left Seat. And we are flying today to Pittsburgh from Memphis. And we're going to get started here in just a bit. I'm going to go over some of the flight plan information with you guys. Um, First things first, we are in a bit of a cargo kick lately. And so this is going to be a 727 cargo variant. It's actually a FedEx route, but we're going to be flying it as our West.
Psych! Sorry, I came across this and I had to do it. I had to try it. No, it's not a replay. This is a live stream. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not abandoning you guys. Stand by. Let me fix this real quick. Back to full. And then I gotta kill the rest of it. There we go. No! No, stupid. Dang it. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button. There we go. That one. Kill that. There we go. Sorry, guys. Happy Wednesday. So I was looking for. We're gonna be painting the FlyJSim 727 today, and so I went back to look at my old video to see what the 727 paint I did for the cargo thing looked like, and I came across this is the first one that came up, and this is like early on, Fly from the Left Seat version 3, and and so I thought I was watching it, just kind of memories, and I'm like, what, it'd be really fun to start the stream and just psych everybody out and like start replaying this and see what the heck happened. So anyway, we're not going to obviously do that, although it's kind of fun to go back and see. I mean, look at this cockpit compared to the FlyJSim, which is all kind of weird. This is the Captain 727 from back in the day. This is old FSX days, and even better. Let me find it real quick. I think it was right here. We can go down memory lane for a second. Was it this? Is this the second landing attempt? Hold the sound down a bit there. I don't remember if this is the first landing attempt or the second landing attempt. No, it's the first. This is the second one. Okay, hang on. Because this one we had to go around. And here we go. And you'll see
radial of.
And you'll see why in a second. So this was using the old FSX default ATC days, and here's the reason why we got away from that. We're on short final into Pittsburgh,
is going to
and I know there's traffic near me because
13 on the heading.
And I know there's traffic near me.
There he is. Holy shit.
And there he is, coming up at the top.
Right.
That's the kind of crap that would happen in old FSX default ATC. They would clear you to land and clear him to land at the same time, and then wait till the last minute and make us go around. It was just stupid crap like that.
You're up.
So, anyway, I just thought it was funny. I just was reminded, like, oh yeah, that's why we got away from that. So, sorry, I just realized I hadn't unmuted TeamSpeak. So there you go. Anyway, so that's just fun memory lane, and that's not what we're doing today. So what we are doing today, actually, by way of introduction, there we go. So this is FlyJSim's website. This is where you can get the paint kit for the FlyJSim 737 and 727. I don't have the 737, so we're not going to be doing that, obviously. But we're going to be doing the 727. We're going to be painting it for WestWind Cargo, so we can start finally flying WestWind things with it. I have never painted X-plane aircraft before, so this is going to be a first. In looking at some of the tutorials briefly, I mean, I drove up to my house and went, hey, this would be fun to do, and whipped out my phone and searched how to paint an X-plane. It looks very similar to FSX and prepared. The exporting might be slightly different, but actually might be slightly easier. So we're going to try it and see what happens, and yeah, if Kramer were here, he could help. He was supposed to actually be around tonight. He said he'd be back for Wednesday because he came back already. So I don't know if he'll show up at some point, but yeah. So we're gonna do this. It's so let me preface this. If you do not have X-plane and you don't plan on getting X-plane, you're trying to learn how to paint P3D aircraft. Up until the last steps of exporting, the process is identical. So hey, Pavlin, how you doing? So you can absolutely learn how to do this by watching this video for any of the sims. And I'll go over some of the differences of what you would have to do differently in P3D. There's just an extra step. And really it's just about what file type you're exporting it to. Everything else is pretty much the same from what I can tell. So that is the one issue I'm having. Okay, well, I'll go over it. Don't worry about it, Rothmiller. We'll go over it. export. Export is actually, I mean, it actually is pretty easy. Here's the key. The key to export is this guy right here, DXTBMP, which is that behind my, no, it's right below it. This guy right here, DXTBMP. This little guy is your key for exporting into prepared and FSX, because you need to be able to save files in a .dds format. Now I know that's the abbreviation for a dentist. That's not what we're talking about. .dds format for the file type. Basically, what you want to do is you come down here, you hit this little open guy right here. You would open your existing livery. So I'm just going to run through these steps real quick for P3D people, and then we'll hop in to start painting for X-Plane. Just so we can get that out of the way. I don't want to keep you guys hanging on forever. So you go to your Lockheed Martin folder, wherever that is, P3D folder, and go to Sim Objects, Airplanes, and you want to find the aircraft you want to repaint. Let's just, for the sake of argument and keeping it simple, let's say we want to repaint a 737-800 NGX. So we open that guy up. You see in here a whole bunch of texture folders. These are all these Braniff ones that I did for Chris Redog. Also Snack Air and WestWind 2016. So we want to create, let's say, a new WestWind livery. Let's just say we're going to do that. So what I would do first of all is I would create a new folder in here, and I would call it texture dot whatever I want to name the thing. So we'll just say it's WWA 2019. Let's just, for the fun of it. All right. So we create a new texture folder. There's nothing in here. What I would do is I would take the textures from the 2016 or any other 737 texture, it really doesn't matter, and I would do a straight copy over of everything. Paste. What I have effectively done is I have duplicated the 737 that I already have. Okay. The only thing, this will not now, in P3D right now, as of what I've just done, the second one will not show up in P3D right now, because there's one more step you have to do. You have to go into the aircraft file right here, and it popped up in the wrong screen. And these entries, FlightSim.0, FlightSim.1, these are your aircraft. So FlightSim.0 is an aircraft. This all represents one aircraft, and you can tell which one by looking at texture right here equals PMDG. So that's that guy right there. So you go down here, you have as many of these as you have texture files. You just come down to the last one. You make a direct copy of the last one and paste it right below. Leave the gap like it was in the other one. Now notice, see, you have FlightSim.10 and FlightSim.10. You got to change that to the next number, so change that to 11. And then you have to change a couple titles. So you need to change the title to something else, because otherwise the sim will go, you've got a duplicate. And then you need to change the variation. Otherwise the sim will say you have a duplicate. Those are things you have to change. And then if you want to use a different livery than the one you just copied, you have to go up here to texture and change that to what we just named our thing, WWA 2019. Whoops, don't put the enter there. And we would say this is 737 WestWind 2019 livery, and we could just say the exact same thing down here on variation. Boom. We would probably want to change the name to WestWind. And you can change the default N number as well. So we would change that to a WestWind N number, which would probably be like 421 WW or something like that. They're just making stuff up right now. All right. Now, at this point, I will now have two aircraft, if I boot up E3D, that are identical to each other in every way, except for the name, but the textures will be exactly the same because I just copied it over. So now what you would do is you would go into your DXTBMP. Actually, I'm going to close this, but I'm not going to save it because I don't want to create a duplicate. Normally, when you close this, you would say, yes, save. I'm not going to do that because I'm just doing this for the sake of the training here. We would go into DXTBMP right here. We hit this little open guy down here at the bottom, and we're going to find our way. I wish you could make this window bigger, but you cannot. That's just kind of an annoyance, but it is what it is. We're going to go and find our Lockheed Martin folder, P3D, Sim Objects, Airplanes, PMDG 737-800 NGX with winglets. and you're going to find the new one. The reason why we copied all this first is so if we screw something up, we don't screw up our existing aircraft. Better to screw up the new one than the old one. How you doing, Sean? And hey, Captain Tim, I see you over there in TeamSpeak lurking. So you want to copy that over, open that up, and any file. There we go. So anyway, save that to any file because you're not looking just for extended bitmaps. In fact, we're looking for DDS textures in this case. So we would take the first one, the fuselage, let's say, for instance. Open that up, and it will load the texture. Converting. Take a moment. There we go. There is the texture it just loaded. And it will be whatever texture you copied over. In this case, it's the front fuselage San Diego livery. Note the way the file is showing.
The internet is a completely different culture, isn't it?
You said it. Everything here is immediately followed by sarcastic comments and nasty responses.
Yep. We're finally where we belong.
So thank you for the resub there, Tim, and for 3 months. Thank you so much. Also, nothing more appropriate than that comment for your sub, and you know why. But you just got a new rig for a PC rig for FSing. That's awesome. Is that you that got the new one? You gave Aaron your old one, or because that is fantastic. Did you get that? Now, did you get that through the Jetline guys or whoever that was? Jetline Systems or whatever. Aaron has the shiny new rig. Okay, the new shiny rig. New shiny. Cool. All right, so after you've got that opened up, now this is all assuming you've already painted your files, okay? This is just for the export process. So you would go into your Photoshop file, you'd copy this version of this, make sure it's oriented to look like this. If it's not already, you can do that in the next step. But notice how the top of the image, this is upside down. This is just make some notes of how the image is oriented. You're going to go down to this next one here, which is the send to editor. You're not actually going to edit in this. This is where you're just copying files over. Micro Center. Oh, okay. You're going to go select all, and you would delete this, and then paste your existing image that you copied over from Photoshop or GIMP or whatever into this. If it does not come in this orientation, then you need to either flip it. It's probably just going to be a flip vertical. It's probably what's going to happen usually. But flip it vertical, flip it horizontal, do both. Whatever it takes to get it to match this orientation. Once you've matched it, it should be identical to this with your textures on it. You hit that little save button up at the top. Bada boom. And then you come back down here and you're going to refresh after edit. And it will load this back in. Now, what will happen is this will change. It's not on mine because I didn't do anything to it. But this will change to be whatever textures you have on here. So if you change this name to something else, that new name will be there. And again, you want to make sure the orientation shows the way the other one did. If it does, this is where you can save yourself some headache because I used to do it this way and I finally discovered you didn't have to do this. If you go down here and do the save extended image and go through that whole rigmarole, you have to do another step through the Microsoft SDK to convert the thing to a true DDS image. Don't do that. That's just a whole waste of time. Go up here to File, go to Save As, DDS Texture. Right there. Make sure you're in your folder. It should already have the existing name. And all you have to do, don't worry about this because it'll bring over whatever the old one was. Just hit Save. And when it says, do you want to replace it? You say yes. And you can do that because this is the one you copied. So if you screw up something in here, you always have the master to go back to. Once it finishes saving, you could load the sim right now, and that new section of texture in that plane will be there. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. It's just this program. And it's all about making sure you're saving as .dds. You're keeping whatever this font says. See how it says DXT5 up here? So when you say save as DDS, it should say DDS DXT5 because there's a whole bunch of options in here, and who knows what any of them mean. But just do whatever the previous file was. Then you're safe. But make sure the orientation is correct, matches the old one, and you should be good. That's how you save and export and updo textures in P3D. Now in X-Plane, it's basically the same if the aircraft requires DDS textures because you need the DDS thing. There's something about another convert program, which I don't know what that does, but we're not really going to have to mess with it because the FlyJSim one apparently uses PNGs. So we don't even have to convert. We can save straight out of Photoshop as PNG. I would assume GIMP can do the same thing. I don't use GIMP, but I would assume it's talented enough to save as a PNG. So that's all we're going to do. So most of our time is going to be focused obviously on the painting part of it, which is the same for anything. And then we'll go over the export and we'll see. I haven't done this before in X-Plane. I want to preface that. So this isn't as much of a tutorial on the painting for X-Plane specifically as it may be for painting in general. We're going to learn together how to export it and make it work for X-Plane, hopefully. And why is my phone going off? Why are people texting me? I'm off the clock. Can I throw some trash into our trip? I believe that's what it's for. The questions some people ask, I don't understand sometimes. Okay, turn that off. There we go. All right. Trash man. Now, someone literally just asked me if they can throw trash into the trash bin at church. You're at the church. Obviously, that's where the trash goes. I don't understand why that's a question. Are you bringing trash from somewhere else? I don't get it. Anyway, not here nor there. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to close that because that's stuff for P3D. What we are going to do is we're going to go into not there. So actually, let's go in here first. This is where my X-Plane lives on the C drive here. Aircraft, extra aircraft. Here's the FlyJSim stuff. And we're specifically looking at the 200F today. X-Plane voyage with Captain Moose, boldly going where he has never been. Fasten seatbelts, ladies. That's right. Fasten your seatbelts. All right, so here is the data files. It looks a little different, obviously, in X-Plane than it does in P3D. I know how this lays out very obviously for P3D. I don't yet for X-Plane. So we're gonna, kind of learn that stuff. Cockpit. So by the way, just some things I've just learned today in starting to research this a little bit. Underscore LIT files. These are basically night mappings for lighting on panels and sides of fuselages and stuff. So I don't know that we have to make those because I think it's going to do it automatically with the PBR, but we'll find out when we do it and we'll try it and we'll see. But I'll show you how to make those if it's needed. Here's the liveries for the one. So we got the DHL, the FedEx, and Kelowna Flightcraft. I think this is just the white version. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. This is the Purelator. So, and then these are thumbnail images. Not sure why they're different. Icon 11, Icon 11 thumb, Icon 11, Icon 11 thumb. Why are there? Okay. 727 200F, 727 200F XP11. I'm confused. I don't know what the heck the difference is. Aside from the fact that they're the same size. I don't know. Anyway, in the objects folder in there, you're right, the paint in P3D, then export. No. I was showing people how to export in P3D for those that wanted to see that because we're going to be painting an X-Plane tonight. So no, the two are not related. They are in the sense that the painting techniques for them are the same. The exporting is different, and the mapping, depending on the plane, is different. So you can't just say, I painted this for P3D, and I want that livery to export directly over to X-Plane. You've got to paint it for the model that you got. So you can't paint a 727 you can't paint the Captain Sim 727 for FSX, for instance, and then say, I want to take that livery and export it into X-Plane on the FlyJSim 727. Ain't going to happen. They are two different paint kits, two different mappings, not even close. So not to confuse people, but when I first started this, I was talking about doing X-Plane, and someone was asking about how they export for P3D, and so that's why I did a little quick tutorial in the beginning just to make sure they got that. So these are the files that we would need to change. Obviously, we're not going to deal with this because these are already painted, and these are not. Wait a minute. Oh, these are DDS. I thought when I was looking at it earlier, they were PNG. What was I looking at? What was I looking at? I am confuzzled. Maybe, hang on. That's DDS. Was this PNG? Oh, this was PNG. Maybe I just saw that and I assumed that was too. Okay. All right. Well, that doesn't matter. I don't really care. So this stuff here has to do with, I believe, the way the PBR stuff happens. I don't think we have to mess with this. I think we can leave this alone because in looking at it, it doesn't have anything specific to the livery on it. So I think we can just leave that alone. So anyway, just that is what it is. So what I'm going to do, yeah, DHL's basically the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do, because just like I taught you guys to do in the other one, we are going to copy one of these. So we're going to say new folder. We're going to say it's a 722F dash WestWind. And I'm going to take the contents of Mr. FedEx over here. Copy. And I'm going to paste it over there. So now we can mess with this. If we screw something up here, we didn't kill the FedEx livery. We just killed our duplicate. So that's the way we want it. Looking at this. Ooh, wait, why did it get brighter all of a sudden? Oh, it's like when it loads in. That's weird. Okay, I'll be quiet. But yeah, see, looking at this, I don't see anything in here really that looks texture specific. Like I don't see the word FedEx in there anywhere. It all just looks pretty basic. So I don't think this is something we have to mess with. We can probably just leave it be. But we'll learn. We'll learn. So I did download the paint kit for FlyJSim, and the way I do that is I have over here in my other drive, I have this flight Paintshop folder, and oops, not resources, under paint kits. There's the FlyJSim 727 paint kit version 3. Normals are these files right here. So 200F. If I open one of these guys up, again, we're going to be doing it in Photoshop because that's what I have. If you have GIMP or something else, feel free. So they do say there's a difference or something, but I can't spot it. It looks the same to me. DHL, FedEx, I see no difference. So, yeah, let's name it Milwaukee. Why? Ugh. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And then you got normal, which again also looks identical. I think there's a reason why the CRJ is so hard to paint. There's almost no organization. Things are put everywhere with no order. Well, that is just not cool. Or Detroit. All right. We'll deal with naming. We'll deal with naming later. I mean, you go ahead and suggest them. Actually, put them in Discord. If you got ideas for names, put them in the general chat of Discord. Just say 727 name : and what you want to suggest. And I will take it under advisement, and then we'll look at them toward the end if it's been successful, and we'll see about christening the plane something. I'm going to pour some Mountain Dew over here before my ice melts because it was starting to, and that's no bueno. Name of plane : no. Name of plane : and the name you suggest. That's the instructions. If you want to name the plane : you can suggest that, but I guarantee you that's probably not going to win. We're not naming aircraft after parts of the body. And don't use that as an excuse to start getting dirty. Keep it clean, people. Keep it family friendly. Don't be pouting. You just got to play with new hardware. Exactly, crypto. That's what I'm talking about. Don't even go there. I know that's not technically dirty. It's just designed to sound dirty. So there's a colon. Really? Of course there is. Of course there is. All right, so we're not going to use those. We're going to go over here to the base texture. So we have engine gear. Let's actually just see what these are, first of all, and we'll be quiet. So this looks like the engine stuff, engine exteriors, and other assorted nonsense that we don't need to paint. Looks like some tire stuff in there as well. All kinds of fun things. Liveries. Oh, check that out. FedEx, United, Alaska, PSA. Oh, that's cool. They gave us the base ones. America doesn't have. There's just white apparently, and Lufthansa. That is lame. All right. Gotta hide a moose logo in it. Yeah, actually, we should hide a moose logo in it. That's not a bad idea. All right, so that's the engine. We're gonna just close that for right now. Fuse. So you have fuse A 100, fuse A 200, and fuse A 200F. So this is the front of the fuselage basically. Fuse B, same nomenclature. Fuse C, and then the tail. So tail looks like yes, right there, right there. Horizontal stabilizer, vertical stabilizer, S duct. Could hide a moose in the S duct. That'd be kind of cool. And such. So, what we're going to start with, obviously, is Fuse A200F. So this is our canvas, what we have to work with. And so what you're looking at here is you're looking at, obviously, this is the left side of the aircraft. The giveaway is the door, and the bigger giveaway, the cargo door on the side. There has a door over here, but you notice it's kind of tiny, weird, and back further. So that's the right side of the aircraft, but it's facing the same direction. So everything that we paint on here will have to be reversed as if you're looking at it in a mirror. Otherwise, it will be reversed and you're looking at it in a mirror in the sim, which is not what you want. This is obviously the bottom part of the fuselage. There's the nose gear wheel, the wheel well stuff for the nose gear, and then this is the top. And you see this little separation here is because of the windows. So this is the top right here. Now, thankfully, the first part of the WestWind livery for freighters and everything else for the most part is very simple. So this will stay mostly white. We'll add the WestWind logoing here, and actually it'll go into the B fuselage a little bit. And it'll be when we do the swoosh that it will get difficult because of the way they did this. So that'll be where you have to start experimenting and fun things like that. So what I'm going to do to make my life easier, this is a little trick that I figured out a long time ago, is I'm going to do the following. So I'm going to, first of all, look at what the size of this is, and not in inches, in pixels. 4096 by 4096, that's 4K basically. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make this canvas bigger. We're going to leave that over here, and we're going to leave the height the same, but we're going to increase the width by 3 basically. And so I'll bring out my trusty calculator here. 4096 times 3 is 12228. Sorry, 12288. So that's 12288. No, 12288. There we go. Get it right. Hit OK. Boom. Oh, well, that's interesting. They had more stuff off to the side that they tried to conceal, but I found it. Look at that. Those jerks. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Well, we got to be careful about that because I don't want that stuff coming on over here. So I'm going to delete that. Okay. All right. Then what we're going to do, we're going to open. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can place, can't I? Let's do that. Desktop. Where do we go here? This. Paintshop, paint kits, FlyJSim, paint kit, normals, B200F. There you are. And we're going to plop you down right next to it, right there. And I think let's start there and we'll see what happens. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with the last part. There we go. So that gets a little bit of a gap there, and I think that's probably incorrect. So we probably need to, well, actually, I guess it's going to be either way. So we'll see. We'll see. May not be that big of an issue. So I do this so I have a full canvas to work with, because painting the... No, what are you doing? Calculator's going nuts. Delta Who, how's it going? Hide the logo on the aft nose gear door. Oh, that's a good idea. It's a nice kind of inconspicuous place. Painting in squares is difficult enough, but if you're painting in squares without reference to what else is going on, it's really hard to get an idea for flow, especially with something like this. So we're going to have a swoosh that kind of comes back from this wing fairing here and goes up the fuselage here, and it's really hard to get that right if you're trying to do this in individual things. So what we'll do, photo in Discord of the belly wings part of the paint kit. Are you asking for that, or you put it in there? Figure it out. I'll wait. Oh, good lord. This is the... Oh my gosh. Actually, well, okay. But what are you... You shouldn't need to paint the wings, though. The wings should already be painted. It's really just the belly, right? Which is just that lower part. And it's fairly obvious. The two holes right there where the nose gear goes up. I mean, I can see how that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, especially those side little panels there for the... But that's part of the wing fairing, too, so that may not be that bad. Yeah, but that's still pretty. The wing ones typically are kind of like that, though. I mean, if you look at... They didn't even give me the wing one here, did they? No, they didn't. But it's kind of similar. I mean, if you look at... Let me go find... Let me find it. Actually, no, I'm not going to do it that way because it's DDS. Not you. It's going to be in the general objects. Come on, there you are. Is this PNG or is this GDS? That's GDS, okay. So let's do this. Standby. We are going to be painting the FlyJSim 727, or at least attempting to. That's the goal. Dash to go. All right, so here is this is the wing thing for the, unfortunately I can't zoom this out. Well, actually, yes I can. Let's go into here, save as, desktop, 727 wing. Open. Ow, ooh, that's a fun little headache right there, okay. 727 wing. There we go. So this is the wing thing for the 727. So pretty, I mean, again, there's just stuff everywhere. But again, wing sections are generally stuff you don't need to paint. They're just left alone. You don't paint the wings. So, granted, I know there's the fuselage section that's down here for that other one. That is kind of annoying, but it's really not as bad as it looks at first glance. The livery, we're going to be painting it in WestWind, which is this guy here. No, that's not helpful at all. Where are you at? There we go. Basically, this guy, it'll be up to date. This is old FSX logo livery stuff, so it'll look a little cleaner than this. But essentially, this WestWind is the virtual airline that I fly for. So, Dr. Trenchcoat, how's it going? So yeah, that's just what it is. All right. So let's get a move on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, because I like to make my life easy when I can. And that is not helpful right now. Ow. Okay, if I have a stroke on stream, then I'm warning you now. I've got like a nasty throbbing little headache thing going on over here. Flight shop, finished paints. What do I have in here that I can draw from that's recent? Leonardo's recent. That'd actually be pretty close to... Oh, actually, that's not what I want, though. I want the paint kit. MD82 paint kit. There we go. PSDs. Haha. All right. Engine. Fuselage master. Master fuselage WWAM. So we're going to steal from this, from the Mad Dog, just because I can make my life kind of easy. So here's a finished, by the way, this is the Mad Dog paint kit. This is kind of what you're looking at right here, that kind of lower fuselage wing box area on that airsoft. There's the two holes for the wheels right there and stuff like that. And then those other two side sections are these little guys, I believe, the kind of wing fairings. So yeah, it's kind of a pain, but for WestWind, these are mostly left alone and left white. So if that's what you're painting, then it shouldn't really be that bad, actually. You started working on the default Baron 58 in XP11. Oh, okay. Still need to upload the Mad Dog to the site. Yeah, I know, in crypto. I know. Stop hounding me. So WestWind right here. This is text. What I'm going to do is just use this kind of as reference. So just to see here. So this is Times New Roman regular. It's huge. And we're going to get that cut. Or not. I'm going to get that. Well, that's not going to work either. Stand by. Stand by one. The reason I'm moving that up there is because there are layers sitting on top of this that will affect the color that I'm about to pick, and that will screw things up, so I don't want to jeopardize that. But if I put it at the top, then it can't compromise. So these are the official WestWind colors. I have these in a resources kit so I can reference them, but it's a lot of times just easier to reference them straight out of another paint kit. So, but this will tell us, kind of give us an idea of what we're looking for here. So we got the name. The difference is this will say WestWind Cargo. Cargo will be in black. And actually in the WestWind Cargo ones, I believe the blue and the red are flipped. And we'll confirm that. Yes. So WestWind Cargo, West is blue and Wind is red instead of the other way around. Project come on the back burner. Major software system change work. Oh, yeah. And then Cargo will be in black right there. So that'll be the addition. The aircraft type will be down below, kind of on the door line, below where the windows would be. There are no windows in the freighter, but there are kind of in that vicinity. But the name of it, obviously, underneath the cockpit windows. And then all the way toward the back, we'll have the tail number. The tail number, though, on the 727 typically, I think, sits on top of the number 2 engine intake duct right there in front of the vertical stabilizer. So you actually won't be sitting here for that. And then that's pretty much it for the text. Then we got the swoosh, obviously. The swoosh. And that's pretty much it. The rest of the fuselage will remain white, aside from these colored areas back here. So it leaves that pretty simple. So let's come over here and let's see if we can't align this appropriately. So it is sitting on the, basically just above the window line. And it's generally about, what is that? 1, 2, 2, 3 window spaces away from the door. So if we assume there would be a window possibly right there, if we start it right about here, that's probably good. Where are my rulers at? View, rulers, there we go, because that allows me to do this. So we're going to say that's going to be kind of the start of our line there. And actually, looking at this, no, that's okay. We can do that. We can deal with that. That door is kind of annoying because of where it's going to cut into the one on the other side, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. All right, and we're going to go up just a little bit from the windows there. There's a rivet line like right about there that I think we're going to kind of align ourselves with. And we don't want to go any higher than that point right there. So we'll keep it to roughly that size here. So let's do that. We're going to make sure it's all the way over there. And I think our sizing is going to be quite a bit off. So I'm just going to, yeah. So 320 is not what we want to deal with. So let's go. Wow, okay, maybe 72. We'll start there anyway. So it's going to be WestWind Cargo. And I know I left it all blue. I'm going to change that in a second, don't worry. All right, so now we're going to mess with sizing and positioning. So vertically, if we were to sit it right about there, that's probably fairly good. Actually, I'm going to bring it down a little bit so it's right above the window line on this one. Again, it's kind of a call depending on how it shapes out versus the way the door and the way the fuselage lines up. So, but the size of it overall, I think, is actually pretty good. In fact, if we look at the old one, actually the other one we had right smack dab across the middle, didn't we? Interesting. Yeah. So actually, yeah, this is incorrect. So we want to actually ride right through the window line. And we'll actually make it a little bit bigger then, a little bolder. So let's go 120. And we're going to have to make that bigger and bigger. Whoa! Okay, maybe 120 was a little overkill, because that's huge. It's kind of cool, but it's huge. Let's shrink that down a little bit. Let's go. Let's just make it 100. Let's see what that looks like. It's a little easier to deal with, I think, right there. Actually, that's not half bad, because if we look at, again, I'm looking at using this as kind of a reference as the old one here. The word cargo is almost completely out of the door, and goes to the sensor over here basically, and the wing starts here. So yeah, that's actually pretty close. And it's a little bit. I mean, again, the way they position their door and stuff is going to be a little different. Let's maybe bring it in just a little. Let's go 90. Let's see what that does. Well, that's closer. How about a compromise? 95. That's probably it right there. Look at that. Cargo's just barely in the door. Just kind of gonna get the angle, the sizing I'm wanting there. We'll kind of zoom out here and look at that. That looks pretty good. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a look at this now again. I want to see regular. It's none of that nonsense. Okay. Really? That's just regular? I find that hard to believe. Interesting. I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess. Just that bolding just does that. Version of, this is CS6. No. Yeah, CS6. So it's not the Creative Commons or whatever the new thing is, the CC Creative Cloud. I'm not paying for the subscription, so not yet anyway. Someday I'm sure I will be. So I'm trying to figure out something interesting design for the Quality Wing 7070 tips, what shapes to add. Yeah, I really don't know. My creative juices, it's not something that just usually comes to me. I got to play with something for a while and look at it, and it depends on the aircraft, what I'm going for. So I'm much more of a mimicker than I am creative in the sense of creating from scratch. I'm a lot better at looking at something and going, I think I can recreate that, and doing that. That's where I draw my inspirations from. So if that makes any sense. Okay, so west and then wind needs to be that guy there. Oops. There we go. And then cargo is going to be black. Black was the night. There we go. West wind cargo. All right, I'm going to come back over here. We're going to take a look at what we did for the effects for the stroke. 3 on the outside, and then a shadow. I think it's just the standard shadow, 120. Oh, no, it's 8 and 5. Okay. All right, so let's do that. Blending options. Stroke. 3. We actually might need to go 4 on that. And then the drop shadow is going to be that. Full up, normal. We'll do 8 and leave that 5. And I think that's pretty good. And so what that does, that really just helps the logo kind of, almost gives it a 3D little effect, but it just makes it pop. It does not blend into the fuselage that way. It really gives it definition. And so that's why I do that. It makes the cargo part, because it's black on black, look a little almost fuzzy because of the shadow, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. All right, so we've got the WestWind Cargo there, and now we're going to put in this down here, which is, I don't have this anymore, Aris. What is it going to change it to? Yeah. That's disgusting. Do I not have Eris on here? Where are my fonts? What have happened to all of my fonts? They've flown away. All right. To be honest, I thought though you figure out this livery design for the VA. No, so I did not create this livery for the VA. That credit goes to Kim Stolt. The original livery for the VA was like 3 bars of color going straight down in the back, or actually, I guess 2, the red and the blue. Kim took that basic design that we had for many years, and in 2011 updated it to the swoosh, and that was his take on it. And then I created a special 20th anniversary livery in 2016 that was based on that for a few aircraft, and but the 2011 livery basically lives on to this day for the VA. So I don't know who created it. I think it was Hal something or other that created the original one. I have to go back in the history of WestWind and look, but I don't remember. Why did I come over here? What was I doing? I don't remember. I'm lost in my... Oh, fonts. Yes, right. I remember. What did I do with the fonts? So this is all from when I originally... Haha. Oh, no, that's disappointing. Where... Is this maybe that's the other computer I'm doing that on. That would be disappointing if that is the case. And it looks like it probably is. Well, that's lame. Okay, well, you know what? We are going to... Where would you like repaint requests? What do you mean? Like for people in general? Because it's not like, I mean, repaints take me quite a lot of time, so I don't really just do requests. I mean, if people want them, it depends on who it is. Some people I will bend over backwards for. Other people, if I have the time. It really just depends. All right, well, let's do this. Let me do Arial, and we'll try and make it pretty. And I'll see if I can make it the way I like it. Does not want to be 95, though. That is going to be way too big. In fact, even 30 is too big. So this is a Boeing 727-200F, and I do not like that at all. But if we do bold and bold italic, maybe? See, that's not half bad. That is not half bad. So what I'm going to do is I kind of would like to align it with the bottom of the door right there and keeping it in line with that. There we go. So I think that will look nice. Right there. Right there. What the heck? Nightbot, calm yourself. Aaron's Mooney found it. What do you mean? Found? I'm not... Question? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. What? I mean, I know you're wanting the paint for the Mooney, and you are one of those that I would bend over backwards for. Your XP scenery guy? Who's that? What's the flight factor 757?
Bob Shoreham or something like that.
Oh, Bob Strum. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I need to do that one too anyway because I have the flight factor 757. So that was kind of on my list to do anyway. That's kind of why I wanted to do this tonight so I could learn, make sure I know how to do X-Plane because if I can do it, then we can start pumping those out too.
I can do it by converting it to PNG, but
Gotcha. Okay. So we're going to wait on the name, and then everything else is the swoosh. So let's get these titles flipped around, and then we will do that. So what I would like to do, for the sake of figuring this out, generally, there's a couple different methods here to kind of align on the other side. My main question, Captain Tim, what Mooney is it one in X-Plane already, or do we need to grab one from somewhere? Is my primary question, and then I need pictures so I can copy it. What you can do to try and get the distance the same is usually the easiest way is to reference the door, but in this case the doors are different, so that does not help us. So what I'm going to do probably is align with the roof, with the top of the airplane here, and copy that, Captain Tim. And then what we're going to do is I would take this gets interesting because it is increasing in height ever so slightly. Well, until it gets over here, then it's stable. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, well, actually, first I'm going to find the geographic center of the text. And to do that, we're going to click on that, and we're going to click on transform scale. So see that guy right there? That is the geographic center of the text box that we've got here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to grab that, and I'm going to put a guideline right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in a new layer, very important, come at the very top of this and draw a box all the way down to that guy, and we're just going to paint it a color so I can see it. Now what that has done is give us a guideline, so I can move this all the way down. Dooby-dooby-doo, be-doo-be-doo-be-doo, to here. And now I know that the center of the text line should be right here. Booyah. And I can now remove this. So you just create this little guide, and that tells me right where that center thing is. I know where the side thing is because I already have that line, so that one's easy to deal with. So what we can do is we will take our this guy here. We're going to say duplicate layer, and we are just going to move him straight down. Now we are going to need to flip it. Yeah, lines. That's right. We will need to flip it. But I'm going to get it basically close. And it's going to be closer up to this way because it's not quite aligned. The text box is bigger down here, so it's something like that. I'm just going to kind of get it close to what I think it is, and then we'll see how close I did it visually. If we go up here now to transform scale, pretty close. Just going to pump that up to right there. And hit enter, and it'll stay there. Now, what we have to do is flip it. So, what is important about this step, though, is to make sure, see how you got all this extra space over here? When I flip this, that W is going to come all the way over here, and so we're going to lose our alignment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this thing all the way in, and it's going to snap to it, unfortunately. So I guess that's probably, let me see, let me turn off the snapping. I want exactly where it can finally show everything. Because now if we do that, now if we come up here to edit, transform, and rotate, or not rotate, flip horizontal, boom. It looks really goofy, but it is now correct. And I think our shadowing is now backwards, so we need to go in and change that. So we're going to go here to shadow, and we're going to change it to basically be this over here. So we're going to, so it's 120, this is 90, so 30 degrees in the other direction is 60. That's close, 60. There we go. So the shadow's going the same way. So it mimics. And that's what you got to do. And now we got to do the same thing with this guy, but we need to figure out where he needs to be down here. So what we're going to do is we know where this line is. So to find that line, we're going to draw another guide between the two. And we'll do that. Just create another layer. Little guy. Oh, I turn off snapping. That's right. Snapping is annoying, and except when it's not annoying. There we go. Except when it's helpful. All right. And we move our little guy like so. hold the way down. Oh, I was going to tell you guys. So if you guys were watching the Discord messages, Pavlin and Rothmuller were kind of talking about whether or not I was going to stream tonight and the whole thing. And I mentioned I don't generally like to say too early in the day if I am going to stream, because especially and there's some days I know when I'm not going to be able to, and I try to announce that if it's normally a stream day. Basically, here's the thing. On Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, for the summer, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, unless I say otherwise, you can assume the stream is happening until I suddenly say it's not. And the reason I do it that way is because there is things that come up, real life happens. But what I don't like to do is announce at the beginning of the day, hey, we'll be streaming tonight, da 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 da, and then have to come back later at the end of the day and say, oh, sorry, actually, never mind. I'd much rather just keep it like, I think he's streaming, he should be streaming, and then be able to say, you know what, after all, we're not going to be able to. It's not an argument between you and Paul. I think it was just a misunderstanding. And so that's why I said that, because I want to clear that up, because when English isn't someone's native language, it's easy to take something the wrong way, and then you get some bad blood between people, and it's not necessary because no one actually meant bad things. And I think that's absolutely what happened. So anyway, duplicate. So anyway, so that's why I don't generally announce, and I don't like to answer if people ask me like way early in the day, hey, are you streaming tonight? I generally just kind of ignore the comment, unless I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's like a 98% chance that I'm going to be streaming. Or I know I'm not going to be, and I can say then, no, it's actually not going to be happening. Just for that reason. It's nothing, I'm not trying to ignore you, but I'm trying not to put out too much information before I truly know, because especially during the work week, when I'm coming home from work, there's a lot of factors that can change quickly. And last night was one of them. So we ended up not having worship team practice yesterday, and so I thought, you know what, I could stream tonight. I think that'd be cool. And I was all set to do it, but it wasn't announcing it until I actually got home, because I was going to do it. Well, 4:30, right before I'm getting ready to leave, our worship pastor comes in and says, oh, guys, I don't have my truck here, and we got a problem. My son just broke his arm, and he's being rushed to Valley Children's right now. And so I was like, I can take you. So I ended up driving him out to the hospital. Had to do some other logistical transportation with some other guys from the guy that was riding in the ambulance with the kid. So he's doing a lot better now. He broke his, not broke. Did I say broke his arm? Broke his leg. Broke his femur. Bad break too. Oof. Anyway, stuff like that, comes up, and since I wasn't already planning to stream, I didn't need to say anything because you guys wouldn't expect me to stream on a Tuesday anyway. So that was kind of nice in that sense. But things like that just happen. Life happens, and I know you guys understand that, but I don't like saying I'm going to do something and then have to take it back, just a few hours later. That doesn't. So anyway, yeah, he literally broke his leg. It was, and surprise, surprise, it was one of those trampoline places. Those places are death traps. That's the reason insurance is like, don't own a trampoline. He was bouncing from one trampoline to what he thought was another trampoline, and the other trampoline that he thought he was bouncing to turned out to be a solid platform. So if you can imagine, when you're coming down and you're 11 and you think you're going to be bouncing, so you're going down with and it just boom, it's solid and you just crumple to the ground. Yeah, it was a clean break on the femur. It was, oof. It's not pretty. I saw the x-rays. Anyway. All right, so there is our logoing. We just need to try and do the swoosh now. Yeah, oof is right. Ouch is correct. Before we do the swoosh, let's take a little break for just a second, because I want to show you something. I noticed in the Discord stuff this morning. What in the heck is going on? Oh, David mentioned something about, I don't know if he's busy with BBB something or BBS or something, whatever. So it's VBS, first of all, Vacation Bible School is what that stands for. But I wanted to show you guys, this is an image from our sanctuary of the stage. Our volunteers really outdid themselves this year with the stage decor and creating kind of a jungle kind of a backdrop. And so I just wanted to take this, give you guys a chance to see this, because I think it's really super cool. So this is this is the stage at our church. Normally our praise team's all in here, but you can see they've taken and made this kind of little drawbridge. There's actually like little lights in here that make it look like the water's flowing. And then obviously from this little opening here, that's a orangutan or whatever up there cut out. But it's just super cool. I mean, they did such a cool job compared to some of the previous years when it's just like a sterile backdrop kind of a thing. They really made this come alive. So this is what I've been doing during the week, is running sound and lights and video stuff for this in the mornings. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. So that's what has me busy this week. Every jungle needs a moose. I know, right? They put a sign. They put one of those like caution, like yellow diagonal diamond symbols on my sound booth door. There's a picture of a moose. And then yesterday, someone turned it upside down. Like the lady that you see in the picture there, Kim, comes up to me and goes, "Why is this moose upside down? Is the sound booth in distress?" I was like, "Yes, that's awesome." So I don't know who did that, but yes, the sound booth's in distress. All right, let's copy the swoosh. I'm going to try copying this swoosh, I think, and just see what happens, because it's a similar swoosh. This is a similar swoosh. Maybe it is. Yeah, it's a similar swoosh. Let's see. Let's just select, copy. Let's see what sizing. Yeah, well, that's not bad. Whoa. Wait, what? Oh, this guy's up there for some reason. How did that happen? There we go. No. Stay where you are. All right, I'm going to go do this one actually first. So now the goof here is, this is actually not the top. The top is over here. So I'm going to use the bottom of this as my reference, I think. This is going to be interesting. This is where the trial and error is going to come in big time. By the way, did you see the questions yesterday regarding Central South America tour? Yes, I did. Yes, I think we are going to start that soon. I don't know. I think we're probably gonna, like, in the fall here, we'll probably start that. Be my guess. Just not up for talking tonight. Really tired from today and from practice, and the heat took a lot out of me today. I'm ready for the fall to come. Yeah, you and me both. Especially football and my Saints. Wait a minute. When your Saints play, I thought you were a Pats fan. What's this about Saints now? Are you a Saints fan and a Pats fan? Because now I'm confused. If you use a Control T and move it, it would not move other layers. That's how it was. Oh, well, no. It moved other layers because I clicked on the other layer to move the layer somewhere else, and I forgot I did that. That was just my bad. But thank you for the tip, Pablo. Okay. So I think that will actually work fairly nicely. Maybe. What's probably going to happen here is it's probably going to take a turn, and I don't know how it's going to work itself out, and that's going to be... Oh, yeah, I only get that over there. Not that that's that helpful. I suppose I could have copied that over like that. That actually probably would have been nice, now that I think about it. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that would be actually really nice. I should have done that. Okay, we're going to take a side trip here for a second. This is not the paint cut I want. I want the B200F. Because I'm realizing I want to turn this on. This is the grid for it. Pats and Saints. Oh, you got two teams. I see. Well, fair enough. Yeah. So, because this might help us with alignment and seeing how the thing changes over the course of whatever. Although, what I'm liking here is this. The grid seems to be staying fairly consistent. Well, it's changing there a little bit. So it does widen out actually over that. So that's gonna be a little different. Drew Brees my quarterback for fantasy. He has been for me too. He wasn't this last year. I'm trying to remember who I had this last year for quarterback. It was not Drew Brees. I had Drew Brees the previous year and he did very well for me. Let's see. Let me do. Let's see. Flatten. Select all. Copy. And we're gonna go here. Paste. All right. And then same thing over here. I'm going to say no. Open. CF. Turn that on. And it's actually, well, no, it is important on this one too. Oh. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which. Poop. Okay. Flatten. That's what I'm trying to do. Select all. Copy. And paste. There we go. I think that's right. Maybe not. Now it is. Okay. Well, and really this is just a reference because we're not going to copy this. So it really doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. I have not gotten a fantasy football. Would you make a league? Would you make a league for fantasy football? You mean like a stream league kind of thing? We do a league, here locally. We could do that. We could do a. You can only have so many people though, so it'd be like a first come first serve kind of who wants to do it. If we get enough people, do a Twitch league, if you would. Did I move that? I don't remember doing that. I suppose I did. I suppose I did. Alright, so we are going to want that to come down a little bit. I want that to basically rest right on that kind of curve right there. Stream the drafting. I have two favorite teams in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs and whoever's playing against Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So if we do that, let me do this. Duplicate layer. And I'm just going to bring it straight down. Just this way it'll hold the alignment. This is going to be really tough because these are not connected. Like in this one, you see how they put the top together? Like they're all kind of splayed out. The bottom's kind of a pain in the butt, but this part actually is pretty simple. Not so much here because the bottom and the bottom is connected to this one, but the top is connected to nothing. Which is going to be really evil. It's going to be really evil. Evil! Alright. So, by the way, just so I can find it, here's the center point, roughly, of the top of the fuselage. Typically what happens with these is I have to like curve it back. So we'll see what happens. This is where this kind of stuff, when you have to kind of like check it as you go and load the aircraft and see what happens, this is where it can get really tedious really fast. So I'm going to put it at the point of the curve right there. And I'm not going to worry about painting the other side for the curve yet, because if I get this wrong, I don't want to change both things. Just freaked Aaron out by finding the pictures of her Mooney for you to paint. Link in Discord. Alright, let's see what we got here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, that's a nice paint job too. Yeah, that's pretty. Do you have one of the back? Because I can't really see the past the passenger window there on the side profile, like the tail and stuff.
Yeah, if you open the link, you've got full 360s actually.
Oh, they're okay. Well, that's even better. That is even better. Ah, oh yes, okay. Oh, fantastic. Gumps. Nice.
I think you pull that off.
I think so. I think so. Cool. All right.
She appreciates it,
I'll bet she does.
and we'll get you the proper one. It'll probably be one of the Coronado
You know they say if
X-Plane
you can't
ones.
say anything
Gotcha.
nice, don't say anything at all.
Here, Juno. Thank you for the follow, sir. Welcome
I'm sorry.
aboard.
Okay, keep going. I don't know where that came from. Go ahead.
All right. So with
I
that,
think there's a K in Knucklehead.
we need to do the bottom two. So these first ones, I know are going to be wrong, and that's okay because I need to see how they lay out. So I'm going to duplicate this one again, and we're going to bring this up so I can see how it transitions on the bottom. And then we'll go from there. And actually, oh, this is evil because this is, oh no, yeah, that's not cool at all. In fact, that makes me wonder if this is, I don't know. Because I think this is, yeah, I'm gonna have to flip this. Oh gosh, transform, flip vertical. Yeah, so it's actually gonna be one of these kind of deals. But it's coming off of, oh gosh. Ooh. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna do that, and then we're gonna see what it looks like, because it's gonna be bad anyway, and we'll figure out what it is. We'll figure out what it is. What the problem is. All right. This will also help us determine some intersection lines and see where we have gaps as we start to figure this out. So, what we're going to do is we are going to take and find, I think the best way to do this, we actually need to do it this way, I think. I don't want to see, why am I seeing inches? Can I see it in something else? View, I want to see, yeah, how do I change that? I don't want inches, I want pixels. This does nothing for me. There's a way to change that. That right there. Haha! Okay. So we're looking for 4092, 4098, what was it? Canvas, 4096. I was completely wrong. And we're going to have to zoom in to deal with that. $40.96 right there. All right. 40.96. 40.96 times 2 is 81.92. Oh, right on the dot. Look at that. And then that'll be the rest of it. Okay. So those are our sections that we have to split. By the way, would you flip the image in Photoshop or? I would prefer to. No, I actually usually I'll flip the photo the photo in Paint before it goes to DXPMP during that transition process. In fact, it'll probably happen here. I'll show you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to select this first section, and we're going to flatten it first. Otherwise, no, we're not going to flatten it first. That would be all kinds of bad, wouldn't it? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, here's what. So this is going to be a little special because I created this little hodgepodge here, and that's just what it is. So we're gonna do. I'm basically gonna turn off all of this. I don't want anything that I didn't create, basically. And we're going to now flatten. Nope. Step backward. Don't want that. Flatten. There we go. Copy. Step backward. And I'm going to go open. Oh. Okay, before we do that, because I see a problem here brewing. Save as. WWA full fuse. The reason I did that is because I already had the first file open, and if I'm going to open it again, it's going to yell at me, so I had to name it something else. There we go. So that's the base. We're going to paint that. Oh, that's the liveries base right there. I guess. Okay. What's that? That's weird. Uh-huh. I wonder... We might learn something here. Paste. What just happened? Step backwards. Oh, I know what happened. So we shut off all these layers, but we didn't keep the transparency layer, and so when we copied the white. I don't want that. All right, flatten. Did that again? No. Oh, that's right. I can't flatten it because of that. Okay. I want to merge visible. That's what I want. Copy. Step backwards. Step backwards. There we go. Really? That's not helpful at all. You were not supposed to move. Oh. That's right, because it doesn't have... This is, I'm learning about this paint kit, so little tips. So, do you play chess? I do not, actually. I've played it before, and I suck. Do you flatten or merge? So you need to... If this was all filled in, like... If this was a typical paint kit where I was copying everything over, then you could just flatten. Because I need the transparency, I'm merging to hold the transparency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here at the very bottom. I'm going to make a little tiny mark. And boom. What this is going to do is it's going to force the image to align with itself without doing what it just did and trying to center it. So something you'll never see, but it'll keep it where it needs to be. So we're going to say merge visible one more time. And we're going to do that again. Copy. Now, voila. So because those things are there, it forced it to do that. Okay, so that's in place for that. So now what we would do, this is the one that we would flatten now because this is the actual, we want everything to go. So we would say flatten image. And we're going to say select all, copy, and we're immediately going to say step backwards because I don't want this to save with it flattened accidentally. So now we come to the DXT-BMP part. And I already copied this. Oh, where am I? Where's X-Plane? Over here. We are in liveries. Here we go. Objects. So what we're going to do is in DXT-BMP, and I'm going to do that just so I can do this. this is a nice little easy trick. Just drag it over here. This is the equivalent of hitting that thing and going and finding the folder. So this is just a simpler way to do it. Use the flat image, then take the selection tool you need to open it, and paint and paste and flip if you have to export the image. Yeah, this depends on when you need to do certain things. So, okay, so notice this thing is already oriented this direction, so we're not probably going to need to flip anything. But if we did, I would do it at this point here. Select all, delete, paste. Right now is when I would go flip vertical if I needed to, but because this already matches, I don't need to do that. So we're going to say save, and boom. And we want to verify there's our new text, our new texture stuff. So it is there. Okay, good. So now we're going to say file, save as DDS, overwrite that. Yes. Saving the texture. The light blue lines actually aren't ever saved beyond Photoshop format. So they're automatic. They're just guidelines, so they don't actually show up. You're talking about these things, I'm assuming. These guys here. These do not, when you select stuff and copy stuff, these do not copy as well. These are simply part of the outer program, if you will. DDS1 is what the other file was, so that's what they will be saved as. I don't know why they're using DDS1, but that's what they are. We're learning this, so I don't know if there's a reason for that, but who knows. Now, what I do need to find out, and I don't know if it's just going to detect this automatically or what. Aircraft prefs key. This is where I start to where I don't know if there's something else I need to edit to bring this into fruition. VR config. Now this has nothing to do with that. Though you had an issue with that, remember we talked about it once. The fuselage on the today's list. No, so the lines that I was talking about are these UV lines, which are the grid lines. That's actually a actual file image that they put on there. I'm talking about the guidelines that I'm putting on here. Yeah, different thing. I think you're probably thinking of that from the other as well. So I don't know if there's another place I'm supposed to put something as far as like telling it I've got another thing. I'm going to try booting up X-Plane and just see what happens and see if it shows it. If it does not, then we will find out what we have to do. But the stupid tutorial I was watching beforehand, no, we're not doing that right now. The tutorial I was watching beforehand did all the steps up to the export process and didn't show that. I was like, that's the most important part. Like the rest of this is just painting. Like, thanks for not helping. All right, new flight. Let's make this big. Okay, so this is the 73. Wait, what's the difference here? Is this the F? Respo. I don't know. Well, I guess this is the F. Okay, customize. DHL, that. Yeah, see, it just has the 3. Or wait, oh, no, it does not. Aha! There are 2 FedExes in here. Okay. Of course, I don't know which. Oh, there it is, WestWind, right there. Haha, okay. So yeah, because we didn't change anything with the thumbnail yet. So, all right, so let's see. I don't know where it's put out. San Diego. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Just put me somewhere. We'll see where it goes. Maybe that my problem save DDS files and GIMP 2 is supposed to save directly, but it's not my case. Yeah, I don't use. You can save DDS out of Photoshop too, and I don't do it. I've had trouble with that, so I just don't do it. I use DXTBMP to do it. Yes, I have the Flight Factor 757 for XP. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, so remember, this first part of it is just going to show the first part of the fuselage. So we didn't copy the other 2 sections yet. I just kind of want to make sure that I'm doing this right before we go in too deep. And then if we are, then we'll continue. We'll put the other ones in, and we'll start to see how we can align the thing. The other thing I'd like to find out is if there's a way to quickly refresh textures in XP, how it does that. Because that way you don't have to reload the sim every time. I finally figured out the key to do that in P3D, and it was a game changer. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'll do it, Sean. In fact, we'll probably even do it on stream. Why am I looking over here? There we go. Okay. Yay. Look at this. Okay, so check out this cockpit compared to... Where are you at? Come on, give me a... Compared to this cockpit. Night and day. Oh. Even just the textures. This is FSX, by the way. Look at this.
I like X-Plane's cockpit better.
Look at the scenery. X-Plane. I mean, this is FSX. X-Plane San Diego. Like, it just, oh, it's so much better. Yeah. We've come a long way in the flight sim community. It's glorious. Okay, so let's go outside and be very confused at what we see because it's WestWind Cax. But you can see it is working. So we're doing it correctly. So that's good. WestWind is on there. And this one should be, yep, Wind Cargo. FetWind Cargo. So a very strange airline, to be sure. Witness the West Winds. Exactly. Yeah, it's a very interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, so this is where it's going to get tricky, is this stuff here, when it bends around here. It'll be tricky up here too, realistically, but I think it will be worse down here. So, and yeah, see, we'll put the N number up there on the number 2 duct. So, okay. So I'm going to leave this loaded in here and copy the other 2 and then see if there's a way to refresh and get that to load in, because that would be nice. Get this out of here. All right. So let's do the other, no. Other 2 sections, okay. So, the next section we need, and we're going to need to do the same thing with our little cheat squares, by the way, over here. So I'm just going to get this nice and small. Do a little cheat square. We're still step backward. There we go. All right, cheat square. That's on that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, boom. I think we just need to do the 1 because I've got the other stuff up top, so I think that'll be okay. All right. When you can't afford to paint the whole jet in one go. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we sent it to the paint shop. We only painted part of it, and then we got it back. So. All right. All right, and we will do export. Well, actually, merge visible first. Copy. Step backward. And we will now open. I don't know why that is opened already. Open 200FB, B200F. Paid only 1/3 of the price, 1/3 of the plane. That's right. All right. And pesto. Yep, that worked. All right, so we will now, let's see, we will flatten and select all, copy, step backward, and we will copy, it's the paint kit, liveries, WestWind, object, space, into there. Go and record your second climb and come back soon. Okay, sounds good, Papa. Okay. And send to editor. Select all. Delete. Paste. Save. Don't need to flip. Update. File. Save as DDS. And Save. Yes. All right. So now the question is there a way to refresh this without reloading the sim? And the answer is I don't know. Customize.
Yeah, you need to load a different aircraft and then reload that one.
It's the only way to do it. That's such a...
Only way I know of.
Okay, well, let me... I'm just going to try something here. Nope, that didn't do anything. Customize. Let's just tweak the weight for a second. Done. Apply changes. That just does that. I don't... Okay, whatever. Start new flight. Uh-oh. What is happening here? Okay, well, it didn't reload anything, so that's not really helpful. There's no helicopters impinging on us. All right, I think Sean may be right. We got to... Unless there is a... Oh, just hit the thing. Yeah, resume. I am curious, because there is a key command in P3D to refresh. Let me do a quick Google search here and see what I can find out. Because if there's a way to do this, this will save us lots of time.
Views, maybe?
Hang on. No, it wouldn't be a view thing. How to reload? No. Plane maker. No. Da, da, da. Let's try this. Refresh. Can only update livery once for each time I start a plane maker. Refreshing textures. No, that's in plane maker. I don't care about that. How to reload aircraft. Zeba. Is there a way to change liveries without reloading the whole? Oh, here we go. This might be it. You tried. You go to the load. Airplanes are now instead of reloading. Just pick them. Let's try it. It works. Really? So you can go to the load airplane screen, then instead of reloading it, just pick livery, then choose cancel. Why would you hit cancel though? Whoops, hang on. There's no cancel, it's discard changes. That's not going to do anything. I could just... Okay, well it actually loads really quick. Let's see if now when I go back. So it loads that quick then.
Yeah, that's the only way I know.
Okay, but that's nice and quick. Okay, that's acceptable to me. And what the... Oh, it is backward. Well, that's nice. Okay. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. That's unfortunate. Well, the red stripe looks nice. All right. So, and as you can see, yeah, see it is a little off here, so we're gonna have to find the happy place for that. It's actually, is it not centered? No, maybe it is. Yeah, I guess it is. It's kind of hard to tell. All right. Sweet. Okay, well that's fine. Isn't saving my paint where I want to save them? Oh. Usually it all has to do with opening it from the location. It'll try and save it back to the location it opened the original file from. That's from what I understand. Okay, back to Photoshop. Back to Master Fuselage. And actually, so hang on a second. Let's do this.
Oh, you know they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Life Rules, thanks for the follow. Welcome aboard.
I'm sorry. Okay, keep going. I don't know where that came from. Go ahead. Oh, I think there's a K in Knucklehead.
Turns
Well,
out.
Moose, got to call it quits here. Early departure tomorrow. You enjoy the rest of your class, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good flight. Okay, where is this? Where is this guy here? No, that guy, yes. I'm going to transform, flip vertical, and he's gone. And he's gone. He's down there. That's super helpful, thank you. So yeah, so what they did, this is absolutely reversed. It's really annoying. Which means it makes me wonder if this is too. Bet it is. Alright, so we're going to do that. I'm going to just cut this. Well. No. Step backward. Do. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I wonder if that is the other side of that now. It might be. It should be really annoying that nothing connects then. Okay, so given that, let's do this one again since it's a quick little deal. I just want to see how this all lines up. We're gonna say merge. No, not merge visible. We're gonna turn these off first. Merge visible. Copy. Step backward. You. What? What are you doing? Oh. I thought I was throwing him in the trash. I was throwing him in the copy thing. That's not gonna work. Over there. Over there. There you go. Alright. And... Ow. Okay. Flatten. Select all. Copy. Step backward. Step backward. Alright, this one's already loaded in here, so we'll just do this. Select all. Delete. Paste. Save. Upload. Save as DDS. Save. Yes. Save it. Do your worst. Alright. And now we gotta go back to here and do the last part. Actually, you know, before, well, screw it. Well, actually, no, it's gonna be important. So let's, because I don't see. Yeah, it is over there. Oh my gosh, you kidding me? You are a frickin' hodgepodge. Also, What in the name of... Yeah, what the heck? What am I looking at there? That's that guy there. Oh, yeah, because that's just in totally the wrong place. Yeah. All right, you know what? I don't care about that because it's all about where this ends, and we're going to have to see how it aligns. So let's just do that, and then we'll make an educated guess. Okay. So let's do... let's see, this. We're going to do that. Merge visible. Copy. Step backward. We need to open that one, which is that guy. And oh. Dagnabbit. Step backward. Okay, let's turn it back to inches. That's really annoying. We have to create our little reference pixel down here. There we go. Now it should go. I think. System's bogging down. Your members are flattering me so much. Thanks to you. Oh, my pleasure. Glad to hear they appreciate your work. I do as well. Merge visible. Copy. Paste. That's not correct. What the heck? How did you... Okay. Well, thankfully I have that to align it. That's just weird. I don't know why it didn't do that on its own. I guess I need to put one up there after all. I thought I could get away with just one. What's going on, Rothmuller? Why are you pissed? Flatten. Select all. Copy. Step backward. Alright. DXTBMP. Take this one. Load that up. Alright. Download. Select all. Delete. Paste. Save. Up. Save as DDS. Save. Yes. Whoa! Sean, 20,000 points. Holy crap. Ranking in the Moose Miles. Raking in the miles, I see. Alright, back to explain. Alright, let's see what happens with this nonsense. Let's load the Purelator. And we'll load back ours. Alright, so as you can see, that did not work out too well. Those are not aligned. Not even close. This is where it gets annoying. This actually is not too shabby. This is a result of a texture misfire, which that's actually pretty easy to correct. This probably just needs to come back a little bit, and I think I know why, and that's actually going to be really easy to fix. This is where it's going to get nasty. Because as you can see, this doesn't look anything like what I want it to. So what we have to do, and what's really annoying with the X-plane views is I don't have a way of getting over there really easily to look at this. Yeah, that's actually going to be really gross to try and figure out, I think.
Is there a limit on what we can gamble?
I don't know. I knew there was a minimum, but I don't know that there's a maximum. But yeah, if it's not responding, then maybe there is.
Well, Jeffrey gambled and won, but it's not taking mine.
Well, try gambling less than 20,000. Try doing 10,000. Hey, Jeffrey, by the way. Welcome back. You gambling fiend, you. Alright, so let's go in here. Back to Photoshop. Okay. So, step backward. Let's turn these back on. Alright, so what we need to do, so the issue here, I believe, is see how these grid lines stop and then continue? So this is actually a break. So what we need to do is, actually what's going to be really important here is this point right here. So I want that pixel. I'm going to put it on this base layer here. No, I can't do that because it won't show up. I'm going to create a new layer up top here. And I'll make it blue. Pencil. And boom. Because the red needs to sit right on that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut this. I'm going to saw cut it right along that line right there. And I just completely screwed the pooch on that.
Yes, sir. Evidently is, because it took 10,000, but not 20.
Got it. I see we are painting. All right. Yes, we are painting, Jeffrey. Trying to get our 727 up to code here. All right, I think that's pretty much aligned there. So now what we're going to do, though, I need to, I guess I actually could have just zoomed in while it was still like that. Oh, well. So now we're going to bring this down and set it right on that blue mark. Boom, right there. Boom goes the dynamite. So now this is actually a continuation. This will not be there on the actual paint, and that's what's throwing us off. So I think that'll fix that. So that's good. What is unhelpful is this guy. Now, wait a minute. Was he... So this is actually... So these are flipped from what I would expect. Yeah, that's what they did. That's really stupid. So this does not connect with this at all. This is over here. And this is not a representation up there. This is backwards too. So this is reversed and this is reversed from what I would think, which is really annoying. I really wish they hadn't done it that way, but that's just what it is. It is what it is. All right, so this guy is ducking down right before this small little grid here. He's moving in right there. Actually, I guess I'll just do this. So that's his point there. And his other point is yonder. So, this is where it gets really fun. Can you look at the images, please? You need a bit of help? Okay. Yeah, give me a second there. Your edit. Okay. WestWind Ew, they did that. Oh, why did they do that? Gosh, you weren't kidding me. This paint kit is a pain in the butt, isn't it? All right, so what are you trying to what's wrong, or what is let's share this with everybody. I'm gonna pull up Discord on the computer here because we can make this a learning experience. A learning experience. That's what this channel is all about. Learning. The texture was moved. You're gonna have to be more specific. Are you in a place where you can use your mic, Rothmiller? Because that would make this easier. Yeah, thank you. All right. Is this in the photo gallery? Yes, it is. Okay. All right, so here's what we're looking at, by the way, guys. My edit in Photoshop versus what DXT BMP created out of it. That was my... Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it do that before, and I don't know what causes it. Hmm. So this is after you did the upload back, right? The top one?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you see how it, like, moves the
Yeah, and leaves
textures?
all kinds of blank stuff. Yeah. When you save it, does it actually screw up like this, or is it fine? Because I think I've noticed where it will do this sometimes, but it's just a glitch in the display of the GUI of DXT-BMP. It's actually still saving it appropriately. So this may...
No, it didn't save correctly either.
Oh, it didn't. Okay. Well, never mind that.
That was actually after the save, not before it.
No. I mean, what do you mean after the save? You mean you reloaded the file in DXT-BMP and it came in like this?
Well, so once it was fine before I saved it. Once I saved it, it broke.
So, okay, I'm just going to walk through the steps just so I know what you did and where it happened. So, you opened the original file in DXT-BMP, and then sent it to the editor, which is the Paint program, basically, the Microsoft Paint. Copied in or pasted in your edits, saved it, and then uploaded it back into DXT-BMP from the editor. And did it look like this at that point, or did it look like this at that point?
At that point, it looked like the bottom one.
Okay. So with your edits in DXT-BMP, it looked like the bottom one. Okay. And then you went up to File and Save as DDS and export it out, and then it came out like that.
Yep.
Wow. That I've never seen before. And have you tried that more than once?
No, but I'm pretty sure that's what's been happening to me for the past couple of times I've tried.
Oh, that is weird. That does not make any sense. Have you tried Googling DXT BMP shifting image or anything like that?
Nope.
Try doing that right now, because I've seen it do this when you reload it in from the Paint program, from MS Paint. It'll come in like this sometimes, but usually it'll save it normally. But I've never seen it save like this. That's new. That is really weird. All right. Well, while he's Googling that, let's see if we can't figure this out. I'm going to get rid of this. This is just... Well, maybe I won't. I want to try and do this as simply as possible. If we do... Actually, yeah, give me that. Well, no, it's not really good because it's changing its... maybe it won't. Don't mind me, I'm just talking to myself. Let's see, where is it? This guy here. So if we do this... Well, that's a bad way to do it. If we do this... copy, paste. And we're going to bring that down. Oh, do that, dumb thing. Yeah, we're going to stick you... Let's already change that. So let's transform, rotate. Oh, booked a flight. What did you book? All I see is redeemed book a flight. I don't see what you did. What did you select there, Sean?
Juno to Ketchikan,
Ketchikan.
Pajn to Pakt.
Wait, Juno to Ketchikan?
Correct.
Okay, copy that. Can you put that in Discord as a route request and just say put like an asterisk next to it, say booked a flight kind of thing? That way it'll just remember that that was actually a booked one, not just a request. All right. Okay, let's see here. I've never tried it this way before, and I don't know how this is going to work, if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. This is just a giant experiment. Okay. What are we looking at right now? I want to save that differently so I don't lose the whole thing. Okay. That looks really weird and goofy, but because of the way it's going to curve on the fuselage, it may actually not be that bad, although I have a feeling this is going to be pretty nasty. I think it's going to have to be a much sharper curve. But we'll see what it looks like. We shall see. Okay, so just with those changes, I'm going to delete this, by the way, because this is annoying. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's try that. So I actually don't need to touch this. I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't need to touch this, I just need to touch this back one. So let's kill all of these. Let's select that. Let's say merge visible. Copy. Step backward. We'll go to our C layer. We're going to delete that. And paste. And it did that to me again because it's stupid and hates me. But I can get around it, so I don't care. Alright. And let's say flatten. Select all. Copy. Step backward. Step backward. DXT, are you still... I think you are. Yes. Still the same. Dun 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 dun. Save that. Upload. Save as DXT. Save. Yes.
That how you wanted it?
Well, oh, you mean Discord? Let me see.
Correct.
Route request. Someone booked a flight. You can choose. Okay, yeah, that works with the start. Yeah. Thank you. Right. Explain. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so here's what it is. So we'll notice we're going to try and see if we can't fix. We're trying to fix that, and we're trying to connect this to the bottom here. We're going to see if either one of those things happened. I don't know if they did, but we'll hope. So let's see here. Flight. Customize. We got to load Mr. Purolator. And then we gotta load ours back. Oh gosh. Okay, so we got close. We actually went too far down somehow. I don't know how that happened. Because it was correct where it was, I thought. And that's actually really curious how that didn't come through right. Interesting. This thing though is a little goofy, especially from the side, because it has this kind of like up back. So it actually needs to kind of cut that a little bit closer. But it's really close, actually. That was actually a fairly good guess. There's no way to like move around the outside of this thing without spinning around it, is there? Oh, you know what? Is there what's the free mode? What is that camera?
I think Shift 4 will do that.
No, shift 4 is what I was doing. From this, is it possible to move the camera? Oh, not like that. Shift 1. So what is Shift 1 does what exactly? It's like putting me above the thing and I'm got a static like locked camera around here. Can I move the camera from this position aside from just moving it around?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's stupid. Who designed this thing? What is this? It's a tower view? Change external. So it's tower, circle, chase, ride along, free camera. Here we go. Okay, that's what I want. Shift 4, C. Bingo. That's what I was looking for. Problem solved. Okay. So it'd actually be better if I could like get under the aircraft better, but I guess.
By the way, I fixed my problem.
Oh, what'd you do?
Well, turns out that I was pasting in the textures wrong from Photoshop. It was pasting in the part that was in the photo.
Ah. Well, good. At least you figured that out finally. Okay. So this needs to cut in. Really just needs to cut in a little bit more. And then this guy here. This is super annoying. Oops. Okay. So this one is sitting right on that line. But this is not. What's annoying is that's going to move and then that thing move. Which this thing was like seamless almost.
I'm going to bed. I'll catch you later.
Okay, see you, Sean. Alright, so looking over here. Bring this all back up online. Figure out what went wrong. Yeah, because these are holding its angle, so which means, unfortunately, it means this is not aligned correctly to this. Or at least not seemingly so. Either that, or I wonder. Well, no, because the angle's wrong. So even if I linked these two together, it still would be incorrect, right? Yeah. So there's a gap still, and it's still angled funny. That's really weird. It's almost like. Oh, I know what's happening here. Yeah. Yeah, because if I took these two and put them together right now and sandwiched them together. Okay. I'll show you what's happening. And I'm just going to do this for the sake of argument, so I'm going to put it back in a second. But if I took this one and brought it straight over, that's the difference in the gap right there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 up. Step backward. This is how we fix. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now they should be correct. Okay, now in this saga, we have to change this now because now this moved, unfortunately. So we're going to do this. And we're going to copy that. Come down here. And we're going to paste that. Should paste it up here because it hates me. Oh, good grief. I do not have that kind of time. So just a warning, since it's 8 o'clock, I probably will not be finishing this with you guys today. I may finish this off stream, but at least you'll get an idea of what we're doing, because I still have VBS tomorrow, so we'll go a little bit longer. I'd like to see if I can get the alignment set, and if that happens, then I think we may call it there, but we'll see. So, okay, so we need to... Where's this guy at? Alright, I'm going to turn you off for the moment. Transform, rotate. Oh, you know what? Our markings are off now, huh? Yeah, because now this is over here. And this goes over here. Roughly. I was like, why is this not fitting? Because it's wrong. Alright, so it should be ish. Like so. Alright, so if we were to move this guy, which is somewhere, that guy, if we were to move him to match alignment now, good lord, yeah, no way. Oh my gosh. Of course, part of it's because it pulled up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's still really not much better. It'd actually be something like that. Okay, you know what? Let's just Control Z. Let's step forward. Put that back. Okay. Just want to. Nope, not you. Turn you off, and I want to create a new layer there. All right. So we're gonna follow this guy down, and we're gonna curve it almost instantly. There we go. Let's try that. Again, this is all kind of just experiment because you're just trying to find the happy place. See, it's doing that again. I think that's going to end badly. Yeah, I think that is not going to end well. I think it's got to go a lot sooner. It's doing that same kind of look to it. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly. Let's do this. I think we need to start it from here. And start to angle down. I'm actually going to leave this because I want to see the reference and see where my angle needs to dive versus this. So that is strategic. It looks really weird, but it is strategic. Okay, so I think we fixed this, and I think this will help better. So let's try this again. And let's go kill, 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 kill. And I'm going to put a red dot up here because apparently it doesn't want to play nice without it. On the base. There we go. Now it should align itself appropriately, I think. Alright, merge visible, copy, step backward, C, we'll delete that layer, new layer, paste. There we go. Flatten, OK, select all, copy, step backward, down, paste, save, up, save, save. All right. Let's see what that does for us. Still the same. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know why that's in my head. But it is. Okay. So we're going to say customize, pure later, apply. And customize, FedEx wannabe, apply. Alright, no! How did that happen? How did it lose the gap but still not... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You are killing me, Smalls. Okay. Alright, let's see. How do we do down here, though? Is this any better? It's not too far off, actually. This... Actually, just need to kind of shoot that a little bit closer in, actually. But it's not bad. It's actually mostly there. We're close. We are close. I mean, the other thing we could do is just follow this line all the way back. It might... I don't think I ever liked the way that looks, though. Maybe I will. Maybe that will be better. I don't know. I've always found that to be odd looking, but... Alright, so what the heck? Why can't I win here? So this is... Clearly 10 was too many. It was a bridge too far. So... I split the difference. Maybe it was just 5. Killing me. Alright. Fine. You jerk. This is why this is the one thing I hate about the swoosh, is it's this part. The rest of painting these liveries would go so fast, but this part is just so tedious. So tedious. Okay. So we're too high now. Too high by like 5. Somehow the gap is closed, though. I don't know how that happened. I didn't change anything there, I thought. So I don't know what the heck happened there. So unless they split, like as it goes down, which would actually be pretty awful if that's the case. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down by 5. We'll see what that does. All Alright, and now we have to change this again, because this is all wrong once again. So move these guys over here, and I'm going to try this and see what happens. I don't think I've liked it in the past, but, you know, who knows? Maybe I will suddenly come to like it. Or I might just say it looks like poop. You really never know. You really never know. Alright, give me that. Okay, so you guys... That's you and you, okay. And that's you. Alright, so you're coming in here. Edit, transform, rotate. We can actually do this a little better. Put it on this point, and it'll actually rotate around that point. Which makes that a little easier. So we'll do that. Now, see, to do it this way, it means that that swoop is going to come all the way down to here. And I just think that's weird. But, you know, maybe it's not. Maybe I just think it is. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe it's me. Maybe we can bend it in a little bit. Duluth
You know,
Duke,
they say if
thank you for
can't
the
say
follow.
anything
Welcome
nice,
aboard.
don't say anything at all. I'm sorry. Okay, keep going. I don't know where that came from. Go ahead. Oh, I think there's a K in Knucklehead.
So let's try that and see what happens. Put that into red. Again, I may not like where that's going, but yeah, maybe I will. That's actually, it's not that bad of a line. It's generally this that I don't like. I don't like it coming to a point, but, you know, maybe I just don't care. Maybe I just don't care. All right. So once again, let's turn off the superfluous. Let's do this. By the way, we're painting the FlyJSim 727, or at least attempting to. That's what we're working on at the moment. Merge visible, copy, step backward. Back over to here. Your stupid P3D says December when it's August here. Well, that is a problem. Wonder why does it think that? All right. Oh, I just noticed something. That's why. That's why it fixed the gap, because these guys, it put them here, and when I backed them up, it backed it up too far. Interesting. Is this... How... I'm confused. Wait, give me... No. Give me pixels. It's 4096. So what... Is this not 4096? It is. How are these not in the corner? Did these move? That is in the corner. I am really confused now. I don't know what's going on. But if it's off alignment, we're gonna... Okay. I'm gonna ignore that for the moment. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what's going on with this. But this is stumping me a little bit. I need to put some winter season. Okay, that's strange. Are you using... Oh, Pavlin, are you using something that synchronizes your, like, time and date? for the sim, like an external program, because that might be screwing up and causing that to keep flummoxing back. Can you paint on Sunday? Not this Sunday, I can't, because this Sunday I'm going to be at a barbecue in the afternoon for our worship arts department at the church. So, yeah. Normally, yes, but this Sunday, negative. Okay. So we got that. We're going to try and export that. Flatten it. Select all. Copy. Step backwards. Step backward. There we go. Back to DXTBMP. Select all. Delete. Paste. Save. Upload. Save as. DDS. Save. Yes. Oh, that was fast. Seemed like it took longer last time. All right. So let's back away. Back away slowly. Everyone stand well back. Purelator. Purelator just sounds like an oil I would put in my car, or an oil filter brand or something. Just saying. Haha! Okay, there is a slight, but it's probably not to the point where I'm going to care. Or if I do, it's easy to fix. It's just one down. So I think that is good. And actually, I think I'm kind of okay with this. Yeah, I think I am okay with this. So we got it. We just need to fix the top now, which is going to be annoyingly difficult. Although maybe not as difficult as I'm thinking. Go away. So this needs to, yeah, something. It needs to something. All right, so let's. God, this stupid helicopter is just annoying. All right, let's go into here and let's deal with this. Turn it back on. Burr, 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 burr. Okay. I feel like I'm going to move that down because it's going to bug me. Okay. All right, so... What the... Oh. Okay, so this should be where this ends, is right about there. And right about there. So let's look down here. And it's reversed because it's stupid. Yeah, okay. So that should be... See, it's all backwards. This is going to throw me off. Oh my gosh, this is going to be really annoying. So that is the inside end, which I guess that is too. Okay, I guess that makes a fair amount of sense. Oh, what did I just do? Undo nudge. Don't touch that. I just did bad things. There you are. Okay, move you. And we're nudging. We are nudging. It's going to be... Oh, so actually... Yeah, okay. So... What we need is... How do we do this? So it'd be easier if it didn't go off screen here. I think if I do this, I can match it. So I'm going to copy this and paste it. And we will flip it. Flip vertical. And I'm going to color it. Blending options. Color overlay. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I need to be able to see it against this. So this one, which is somewhere, disable the layer mask. Actually, I'm going to delete the layer mask because I'll do a new one. So, okay, stay there. What I want you... Where did you go? Okay, you need to be on top of this. Because that's you, right? Yeah. Okay. So somewhere along here, this should... Well, it should match at some point. Why doesn't it seem to? That's interesting. It never seems like it's going to because it's the wrong... That's strange. Oh, it's over here. That's why. It's like, what the heck is going on? Wow, so we almost went to the top of that thing. Okay. Alright, so that is the point. So I'm going to lock these two together for the moment and move them simultaneously. So these need to come basically... Because did I take the part above it or the part below it? I took the part above it, yeah. So this is right where this should be at. You join Discord? Awesome, man. Let's see, I think... Ish? Maybe? Maybe-ish? Don't want to destroy your flight. Okay. Yeah, that's weird, Pablo. I'm not sure what's causing that. Alright, I'm now going to undo that. And we are going to... From here... Just going to do this so I can get a feel for it. Let's see, let's go on top. Let's do that. And then the underneath one. Let's do that. And let's see how that looks. Where's my... There you are. Ah. What's happening there? Excusez-moi. Get yourself colored in. Alright. Do not sense other reason. Those Microsoft guys constantly update Windows Defender. Yeah, who knows? Could be a lot of things. Alright. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to mask the rest of this because that's dumb. I think I masked what I want to see.
Hello?
Negative. Hey, Kramer! There you are. What's up, man?
Not much.
How you be?
I'd be good.
Good to hear it. Guess it's that I want to mask. Mask that. There we go. So we are actually painting for X-Plane right now, believe it or not. Trying to paint the FlyJSim into WestWind Livery. How does one get the voice section? If you type in exclamation point TeamSpeak, that should give you the info. There's a link that'll give you like the rules and then a place to do that. Yeah, so we're not using the Discord right now for voice yet. We might at some point here in the near future. The Discord is purely a message board at this point. We're using TeamSpeak for voice, which is free as well. You just need to download the TeamSpeak client, not the server. The server is what costs. The client is free, and then use the info within that link to get the information. The TeamSpeak details are at the bottom of that with regard to the server you need to find. But yeah, feel free to hop on there if you would so desire. Okay, is this? Oh, really? No, wait. Okay, good. It's all in the second one, so I don't have to worry about that. All right, so we're going to turn off these. Dink, dink, dink. And we're going to go from here to here, I believe it is. And we're going to say merge visible, copy, step backward. And we will go to you now, and throw you away. New, paste, flatten, select all, copy, step backward, step backward. And we're going to have to copy a new, that guy over there. If this comes out, I don't know that it will, but if this comes out, then we can easily just copy over, and then we're really close.
What are you painting?
We are painting the FlyJSim 727. You'll see it in the sim here in a second. Save that. Upload. Save as DDS. Yes. Save. How was Panama?
It was good. I had a lot of fun.
Awesome. How was the weather? What's the weather like over there?
Hot, humid, and rainy.
All right, so what I would expect.
Yeah.
All right, so here's where we're working right now at the moment. We got those guys sitting there for some reason. This is not, we're not going for the lightning bolt look. This is just a texture misaligned that we're trying to fix. We just finished fixing, this connection down here, so that looks beautiful now. If we can get this one fixed, then we'll be set to go. So, moment of truth. Let's load the Purelator. And now let's load ours back. Apply. Okay, well, the alignment is correct. The execution after that is complete poop. That is awful. Oh, that is nasty. Okay. Wow, that is something special, to be sure. Okay, so kind of went the wrong way with that. Yeah, because it should be getting wider, not smaller. That is a fair point. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Let's turn these back on so I can see. Yeah, I think I kind of see where we went wrong here. Let's disable that for the moment. Yeah, so actually, you know what should happen is, let's, no, that's other things, okay. Let's do this instead. So this one here. Let me see this. Because even that ducked in, which is odd. Because it's ducking from that point. This is the cut. It changes its angle. Why does it change its angle? That's the question. It was like let's see. It's like an approach. You line it perfectly the roadway, but you slam it. Yeah, kind of. It's very late where I am. Only one in the house. Mom and Dad are sleeping. Yeah, I know. It's getting it's almost midnight over there. We're gonna be wrapping it up here pretty soon, Kelsey, because I need to do some other things before I have to wake up very early in the morning again. All right, so something's happening here. It's very similar to the other thing. We had to tweak the angle, but there's no angle here that appears to need to tweak because this is still straight, but this clearly is not. I almost just want to stretch it because you see how close these grid lines are, and these are fatter. I almost just want to stretch it and see what that does. It might do what I think it. What's the difference in pixels here? Let's see. This is a 45 height, and up here, this is a 27. So it's not double. Calculator, let's see. So 45 divided by 2 is 22. 45 divided by, well, no, let's see. It's 0.4. It's 60%. It's yeah. So it's a 40% reduction. Because this is 60% of that guy. I don't know if this is going to help me in any way possible, but it might. It just might. It's so crazy, it just might work. So if we were to let's just take this part of it. Actually, let's take it more specifically. This much of it. Edit, transform, scale. And we went 40% in this direction, roughly. I'm curious what that would do. Let's see what, if anything, that did. Actually, you know what? No, I just realized that's not going to work. Step backward. It might actually, but it's not quite. I need to do it from this line, I just realized. Edit, transform, scale. 40%. Alright, let's see what that does. Paste, West Lake, Photoshop, nothing appearing. Did you, you sure you copied something? Because sometimes when you're on a wrong layer, you may actually not be copying anything. I've done that before, where I think I'm copying something, but I'm selecting over something, but I'm on a different layer that does nothing in that selection on that layer. Check that. You may find that is the problem. Alright, we're going to turn the mask back on. We're going to turn these off. select to there. Merge visible. Copy. Step backward. Paste. Flatten. Select all. Copy. Nope, not that. There we go. Select all. Delete. Paste. Save. Up. Save as DDS. Yes. Yes. Do it. Do it. Boom, 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 ba-dum. Come on. There you go. All right. Purelator, come to me. Give me the Purelator. And now, give me back mine. Let us see. Ah! Look at that. Look at that. You know, sometimes it just pays to use your brain sometimes. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is dang beautiful. So now we can use these lines to complete our angle, methinks. Methinks. Man, that actually looks really gorgeous, that swoosh. This is coming out nice. Pays to be smart. It does. It pays to be smart. So those of you that are still in school, stay in school. Pay attention. Things like this pay off. Okay. When you least expect. Who thought math would come in handy painting aircraft for flight sim? Who'd have thunk? All right. All right. So what we're going to do now. Excuse me. Now that this line is our correct line, now we will take off of this, and we will simply complete it. No, not that. Not that either. All right. Why is that a square? Oh, it's an O. That's why. Okay. Gonna go there. We're going to paste. And we're going to come here. No, we're not. There we go. Well, that's annoying. Okay, that's actually not my... We went over our mark. Because that's not really the center. How did that happen? This thing move? This thing shift? Our center's actually right there. Okay, hang on. Look you. That's better. I don't want to overstep the mark. There we go. So we're going to delete and delete. There we go. Alrighty. So let us see. That may kind of comes into a point again. I may not be happy with that. We actually may have to round this back this way over here. In fact, I think we're going to. have to do that because now that I'm seeing that, it looks kind of weird. Let me take a look here. Take a look. It's in a book. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to cut this one farther back. I think. I can't do it too much though because I can't. Otherwise, it'll make it wider. So we can't want to do that either. But I definitely don't want to get skinnier either. I think that's going to be wrong. I just kind of think it's going to be wrong. Well, we'll find out in a moment. We will find out in a moment. Alright. Merge visible. Copy. Step backward. And throw that away. New layer. Paste. Select all. Flatten. Copy. Step backward. Select all. Delete. Paste. Save. Upload. Save as DDS. Yes, please. Yes, please. So now that I know how to paint, you might expect an email containing files in a very near future. Nice. What? Oh, that was stupid. I was asking you what you're painting. You're painting CRJ. Which, is that the Aerosoft that you're painting? Which CRJ are you painting? Nice. It's one less one that I have to paint. Explain. There we go. Okay, Purelator. Come to me. Apply. I do love them that you can load them this fast. This is fantastic, really. Apply. Yep, I had a feeling that was going to look stupid. This looks fine. The front one is fine. It's the back. The back is the dumb. The back is the dumb. So basically, we're just going to need to cut that farther back. Yeah, because that looks lame. Yeah, I can't look bulbous. From that point right there is where it should go into the fuselage, because that's its wide point. Right. Just need that. Oh, I see. That. No, I don't need that. There we go. So it's probably about the halfway point here. So we're just going to add to it so that way it's easy to fix if I don't like it. So from, whoops, there we go. So from like right here, I think we're going to, yeah, that seems odd. Alright, we'll see if that looks better. It's annoying that this process here takes as long as it does, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, merge visible, copy. Dun 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 dun. You people don't even know what that's from, probably. Dating myself. Okay. Select, delete, paste, save, up, save as that, yes. Oh, I just hope this works so I can duplicate on both sides and say the magic words, Go Go Gadget, which is what that theme song was from. For those of you watching at home. Alright, Purelator. And knock off FedEx. I didn't. I ducked it in too soon. Or too late still. Man. Alright, well that's easier to fix because I'm actually just need to come back further. I wish that line was... Is that line the... It's right above the cargo door. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. That actually might be our start point. Okay.
I just loaded up Minecraft like 30 minutes ago and I've already died 3 times.
You really suck at Minecraft, apparently.
I know.
I was playing the other day. I was just desperately strip mining for diamonds, basically.
Did you dig straight down?
No, I don't ever dig straight down. I'm not stupid. I actually have a cave right outside my base that goes down to about level... Actually, no, it goes all the way down to level 11. And then, so I just, from there, I started going off. I found a little bit of diamonds, but not much. I need more. More. Okay, I'm going to go from right here. I feel like this is wrong, but I'm going to do it because I can. So let's see. We'll see if this is too much. All right. Watch, I will have gone too far now. Goldilocks syndrome. This bed is too small. This bed is too big. All right. Do-do-doot. 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 All right. Flatten. No, merge visible. Copy. Step backward. Nope, 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 nope. And select all. Copy. Oops, nope. Flatten. Copy. Step backward. By the great and holy, please let my paint shop work. Yeah, right. It works! Awesome. You want to post a photo of the working one, like on the plane in Discord? Let us all admire. Let us admire. Okay. All right, Almighty Purelator, give us thine textures that thine require. That's it. Bingo. That's the one. Look at that. That's beautiful. Isn't that just gorgeous? Yes! The stripe lives! Huzzah. Huzzah. That is now 1/3 of the paint done. Yeah, no, I understand, but I know you only got the first part, but go ahead and put it in anyway. We can all admire your handiwork. We would like to admire your handiwork. Okay, so now the moment of truth. Can I flip these and have it be nice? Can it be done? Okay, you know, before we do anything else, I just realized I am playing with fire here. Save this. Or we're going to be in a world of hurt when the power goes out suddenly. Okay. So, for this one, we should be able to. And that's a big should. That's all of you guys, right? You all make up that little guy? Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to duplicate the layers.
Moose,
Yes, sir.
there's a plant growing in this cave that I'm in. And I'm like deep
Oh,
somehow.
interesting. Okay, transform, flip, vertical. Alright, so there's that. Okay, so that part of it's donezo. What happened to my... What happened to this? Did I turn it off? Oh, I did. Uh-oh. Which one was it? Oh, crap. Oh, it was that one. Okay, yeah. That's pretty obvious. Although that's not correct, so... There we go. So it's you and you, and I don't know who you are. Okay. Alright. Duplicate. Merge. Transform. Flip. Vertical. Move you into position. Now, theoretically, these should all line up too. If they do, then adding the blue layer is really easy. And then it's really just the tail that's left. And hiding the moose logo somewhere.
Some moose.
Can't forget that. Yes, sir.
At this part of the cave, it drops down like 50 blocks, and I heard a scary sound. I'm gonna go down.
It's like the ultimate Minecraft experience. Scary sounds. Here's skeleton. You're down in some cave with nothing around. You hear the... It's like, oh gosh.
Yeah, it's like that, but 10 times scarier.
There's a zombie here, and I don't.
Zombies are easier to kill than the skeletons. Skeletons are annoying.
Skeletons are pure annoyance. The worst ones are the creepers, though, because they sneak up behind you and then blow up and kill you dead. It's just, ugh. Evil creepers. Evil creepers! Alright. Okay, so this guy is that. Okay. So we're just going to duplicate him and move you straight down. Because you should be in perfect alignment. In perfect alignment. And actually, we should align this so it is appropriate, because then it will match that, and that's how we know. And then that should match too, and that's how we know. So let's see where the magic happens. Everything the light touches. That's right about bongo right there. What are we looking at up here? Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So let's Is that impinging on anything? No. Alright, so... let us do this.
So Moose,
Uh-huh.
my illegal flights were pretty nice.
You're illegal.
Both-
Oh, yeah.
Both times I had the window seat and there was nobody in the middle.
Oh, nice. That's the best. Alright. Moment of truth. Momento of trutho. So let's grab this one first. That comes to there. Say merge visible. Copy. And this goes back here. Paste. Okay. And then while we're still merged visible, let's do this. Copy. Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
Oh, man. That came suddenly. I'm allergic to 727s, apparently. It's unfortunate. Paste. Okay. And now let's do the step backward. Step backward. Step backward.
So I tried DCS World out first time yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I mean, for it being free,
Mm-hmm.
it's not bad. But you start with some sort of like Russian aircraft and a P-51 Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried the missions, but like the Russian aircraft's like really complicated. Like you have to learn like new flows. Not really new flows, but just I'm used to like commercial aircraft and having to switch from commercial to fighter
Yeah,
with all the weapons and
yeah,
stuff.
that's a whole new ball. That's why I don't even really go there, because I know it's just out of my league. Rothmuller, yes, link me your epic Minecraft song in Discord. I'm curious what that is. I have a feeling I'm going to regret saying do it, but, you know, hey, you only live once. YOLO. Alright, save as. Okay, this is the back. Then we'll do the middle, and then we'll load it up, and we'll see what happened. And watch, it's all going to be off, because they mapped it funny. Then you watch it all rot. Load the middle one. While that's happening, let's go to the middle one. And select all. Flatten. Copy. Step backward. And select all. Paste. Save. Up. Save as. Save. Yes. Ban Moose. What? How dare you? How dare you? I thought you were my friend.
As I get blown up by a creeper.
See, I told you, it's those dang creepers. They're not to be trusted.
Well, I was fighting a skeleton. That creeper just showed up out of nowhere and exploded.
Of course you did. Waits till you're distracted. He's a jerk. Creepers are jerks. Alright, apply. Apply. Alright, here we go. Let's see what transpired. Well, so far, so good. Yeah, that's actually relatively correct. Oh my gosh, did this actually work as designed? It did! That never happens.
Possible.
Shakers. Wow, that never happens. That is fantastic. All right, sweet. The rest of this is easy. Fantastic. Okay. Back to the grief. Are you done? Let's take this off of pixels. How about? Let's turn you on, you on, you on. Yui, 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 Yui. All right. Okay, so now we basically just need to paint in the blue. Paint in the blue. So we're going to go behind the... Make sure we're behind all this nonsense. New layer. And we will paint in the blue. Paint preferably with something bigger than that. Bigger than that. Why is that not working? Oh, now it is. Oh. That's why it's not working. Get off that. There we go. And I would like it to be hard. There we go. There it is. Roll, roll, roll in the hay. Actually, what I'll do is we'll kind of outline it, and then we'll just fill it in with the thing. Stop that. Actually, no, it'd be easier. You know, it'd be easier and faster. Let's do it like this. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. There we go. Now we can take a much bigger one and just fill it in. That's the better way to do it. Yay. Alright, we'll do the same thing down here. Do it the easy way. Okay. Alright, and now we fill this one in. Oh crap, I just realized something. Yeah, shoot. Because if we do that... Actually, no, I can resurrect that, I think. We'll see. You can always cut it out. That's always cut it out. You can always go around. Okay. And paint that. Alrighty. Oh, and we gotta do the top. Alright, and this one. Yeah, see, we're gonna actually, I needed to cut that out, huh? Yeah, I gotta cut that out. Okay. Because they hid stuff in there. 50. And delete. There we go. Bring that back up to 100. There we go. Alright. So let's turn this stuff off. And let's see what we do. What's on here right now? Is it the... Yeah, so we'll do that one first. Say visible, copy, step backward. Yeah, because he just copies over the top. If we do... It's not really helpful. I mean, kind of. We don't really... It's not really there in the... Yeah, maybe we do multiply. They really should have put this, like, not as the base, but... Yeah, kind of finding the limitations of this paint pack, but okay. Whatever. We'll try it this way and see what happens. Select all, flatten, copy. all, delete, paste, save. Up. DDS, save, yes. While that's going on, merge visible, copy, step backward. Paste and multiply. And actually here is where you jerk. Really? Come on. Seriously, you're gonna do that nonsense? Yeah, 'cause it's some weird mask. That's annoying. Will it select the? Yes, it will. Okay, good. Let's wait on that one. Oh, no. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Do the same thing here. Nope. Same thing here. Boom, boom, boom. Kill that. Delete. There we go. All right. Stop that. All right. Select all. Flatten. Copy. Step backward. Oops. Gotta do that guy there. All right, once we get these loaded in, if it looks good at this point, we're going to stop because it's 9:30 and I need to retire for the night. That's a 3.5-hour stream on a school night, as they say. A work night. Paste. Save. Up. Save as DDS. Save. Yes. All right, let's see what that does. See what that does. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be trucking. And then we'll fly on Friday. All right. Purelator, do your worst. And let's see what we got. Not too shabby. Actually, that's really good. Booyah. I think
Good job, Miss.
I'm gonna tone down those doors though. The highlight on them, but otherwise it looks really good. Looks weird with the purple
What is
engine.
that Vision Jet doing right in front
Nobody
of the
knows.
aircraft?
They all of a sudden showed up at one point. The helicopter's hovering too. It's just idiots. I don't know. The morons. They've been there ever since.
You can turn off the AI aircraft.
Where do you do that at?
Go to the menu.
With this menu?
No, go to the plane where you choose the plane. Sorry.
Oh. Oh, show. Oh no, that's something else.
And then in the top right of that left kind of like square, it says AI aircraft.
Oh. Aha. Enable. Well, okay, but how do I?
And then you just click the X's next to the aircraft names.
So, but it won't populate any more AI aircraft beyond that.
It'll take them all out. So if you just click done.
Well, those ones, but wouldn't it? As I go somewhere else, no more will generate.
Nope.
Oh.
And you can, if you hit M, you can see the map, and it will show you if you have AI aircraft where they are.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. Good, because that's stupid. I don't like them. Cool. All right. Well, we got purple engines, but that'll get fixed later with the tail. And yeah, but she looks good. She looks nice.
I'm looking good.
Yeah, but let's see. Hang on. Gotta do that right.
I'm doing good.
There it is. Cool. All right. Well, we're learning how to paint an X-plane, which is awesome. It's actually pretty stinking similar to P3D, which is great because I'm used to that. And this baby will be ready to take up here pretty soon. In fact, well, yeah, I'm not sure when we'll take it up. We'll see. Depends on when I finish the tail. So, tail and the engines. And then we got to name her. We'll have to christen her something. So, be thinking about names. Now the vert. Well, yeah, no,
Maui.
we're not doing it now, Crypto. I'm gonna go get something to eat and go to bed. Did you say Maui?
Yeah.
It sounded like you said Wowie, and I kind of like that. Virgin. 727 to me doesn't represent what a Virgin. I mean, it's like a well-used aircraft. So I don't think that would be the best. I'm gonna check here and see. Whoa. Oh my gosh. What greatest Minecraft songs? Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna listen to that.
Captain Sparkles.
I'm
Oh
gonna
god.
I'm gonna listen to that off stream because I don't want to risk some kind of nonsense of whatever, but with copyright strike whatever's. But I'm trying to see here. Nope, no one put anything in here. So okay. So yeah, if you have ideas for what we should name this bird, put it in Discord under general. Hashtag 727 in the name or however you want to say it, but just so it's clear that that's what you're telling me to name it. And I'll take him under advisement. We'll see. So yeah. So we're going to cut it there. That's going to be the end of it for tonight. No, I've already got one named Fresno, or at least well, no, I guess that was a X-plane, something or other. That was X-plane. What am I talking about? That was like FSX, something or other. But that's a possibility, I guess, because I don't have one named Fresno anymore. Moosopolis. No, real place, Crypto. Come on. Anywho, that is it for me. I will see you tomorrow. Same Moose time, same Moose channel. And we should be doing some trucking tomorrow. I don't know where I am at the moment in the truck sim. Where did we end last time? Because I think that's where I end. No, maybe not. I feel like I'm up in Oregon somewhere. I'll find out and I'll let you guys know so you guys can reposition if you want. But hopefully get some people to come join us. Is a very strong possibility. In fact, as of right now, it's for sure. I don't know if it'll change. But Saturday, I will be out of town. So we'll be doing Thursday, Friday, and then that'll be it. I'm going to be going to the coast with my brother, it looks like, which will be awesome. So we're going to plan no stream as of right now Saturday. If that changes, I will let you know. But so we'll have the Thursday night stream, the Friday night ops stream, which I don't remember. I thought we looked this up last time. I don't remember where it is. Where's Friday night ops? VAT USA. VAT USA. I remember looking it up, and something seems to... Oh, Northern Migration, that's right, MSP. It's in Minneapolis. So, yeah. All right. Have a wonderful evening. Is there anybody on that I can throw this to? Let me see. That I feel comfortable... No. No one that I know, anyway. Let me check here. See who's streaming. See if there's someone we have not yet heard of. Matt Davies is streaming. He's got a lot of viewers and he's doing overnight. Bill 4E. Bill 4E is a good guy. Let's give it to him. Let's give it to him. I think he deserves it. All right, so we're gonna do /raid. Bill 4LE. There we go. All right, guys. Have a wonderful night. I will see you all tomorrow.